Hello, scientist. Today is going to be an exciting day, and our lesson that we're going to be working on today is going to actually take today and tomorrow because it does take some time to become a great inventor. So, as you watch my lesson today, don't panic. It's meant to last today and tomorrow. So, just take your time. So, our question today is, how do you become a great inventor? And remember, this is lesson 9 and 10, so it's going to take us time to be an inventor. So to get us started today, let's take a look at that target. And so for our target, we're going to learn how inventors work to invent a new device so that I can understand how inventors experiment and test their inventions. I will know I've got it when I can draw and test 4 versions of my Bobby dropper and record the results. So for our lesson today and tomorrow, you are going to need a paper that was in your folder that you got at open house, and we'll need it towards the end of our lesson. But that paper looks like this. And it just says, inventing a Bobby dropper. So we're going to just need that in the next day and tomorrow. So I want you to think for a minute about going to Walmart. Seems like I go there a lot. And when we go to Walmart, have you ever noticed the doors? And what happens as you approach the doors? As I'm getting close to the doors, they just automatically open on their own. Have you ever thought, how did those doors get invented? Who thought of a door that would open all by itself? Did you know that an inventor invented those? And we could do some research on automatic doors to find out who invented them, what they did, what ideas they had, some of the things that they tested or tried before they actually got it to work. And then also, once I go in the door, then the door shuts by itself. So not only do they open by themselves, and they shut by themselves. Pretty cool. So for our lesson today and tomorrow, we're going to be going to mystery science. And just a reminder, if you remember from working with mystery science before, I'm going to show you how to use that website. As you watch, you want to think about, how do inventors invent new things to help others? So how do you become a great inventor? So when we visit the website, and this link will be shared at the bottom of your Google classwork, when you visit the site, it's going to take you to something that looks like this. On Mystery Science, when you play Mystery Science, of course you started here, but then when you're at the end of a section and you're ready to go to the next section, you'll just click this arrow, and this arrow will help you move on to the next section. So we'll be working with Mystery Science today and tomorrow. Let's go back out for just a minute. So as we're watching that, I want you to be thinking, how do inventors invent new things to help others? So our vocabulary word today, of course you may have already guessed it, is inventor. A person who makes new inventions. Device that performs some kind of job that are mostly electrical or mechanical. So an inventor will invent a new device, like for instance, those doors at Walmart. They open and then they close on their own. They invented them. They are electrical, and they've also got some mechanical parts to them to make the door open and then shut. So that's an inventor, is a person who makes new inventions. So after we've watched our video, I want you to be thinking, what kinds of inventions do you think we will have when you are a grown-up? Or is there anything that you're thinking that would be cool to invent? What kind of inventions do we think we will have when you are grown up? What things might be different? So now we're up to the activity of making a bobby dropper. And this may be, we may be running out of time for our first day of class. So as you work, when it's the end of science time, just stop and then we will finish up tomorrow. So if you are about ready for the Google Meet for today, that's okay. You can just stop where you're at and then we'll finish up tomorrow. Don't worry. We're going to listen to the directions on the video. The video will talk about working with a partner. No worries, we do not need a partner. You can work alone or you can work with someone at home. You will need either the bobby dropper, the bobby pin, and that's going to be in your baggie. Remember, open house night. You got a baggie, and in your baggie was a bobby pin. This is a bobby pin. And then you also got just a small paper clip. And if you need to put the video on pause so that you can get those. Now, if you happen to have more bobby pins at home, you go ahead and grab some of those because you can test with more than one. And even if you have more paper clips, you can test with more than one of those. You are going to need a pair of scissors, and you're going to also need just some paper. It can be notebook paper, it can be colored paper, it can be any kind of paper, but you are going to need some paper, okay? So if you want to pause to get those things together, you can pause. And so now in our Mystery Science video, we are at this point, the activity. And I want to talk to you about the activity a little bit. So as we begin playing the activity part of the Mystery Science.
In today's activity, you're going to see if you can create an invention to save Bobby. Bobby may just look like an ordinary bobby pin, but he makes a good model of an actual person, something you can experiment with without anyone getting hurt. What you want to do is figure out how to save Bobby from falling. For example, if he were going to jump out of an airplane, how could you make sure he reaches the ground safely? A classic parachute is one way to slow down someone's fall. But is it the only way? See if you can invent a new kind of parachute. We can call it the bobby dropper, a device made of paper that will slow him down as he falls. Now remember, almost no invention works on the first try. Not only is that okay, it's how you'll improve your idea. It'll be important to try something, make changes, and try again. Each time, learning from what doesn't work. I'll show you how to...
Okay, so you're just going to continue playing the video. Now remember, if we are to this point and we are out of time...
Get started, step by step.
Oops. Remember, if we are to this point and it is our first day and we're running out of time, we can just stop and we can continue tomorrow. So you're going to continue listening to the Mystery Science video. Doug is going to talk you through every step. And then you will test your bobby dropper. Now that's why I said if you had more than one, you can get more than one of the bobby pins and you can test like they have done here in the video where we've got different patterns, different shapes. Or if you just have the one that I gave you that's in your baggie, that's okay. You can test this one and then you can take it off and you can test another on another piece of paper and then you can take it off and you can test on another one. Or you can also use the paper clip. You can put the paper clip on the paper and test, and then you can try another shape. So just so that you can experiment with the different shapes of paper and sizes. Okay. So that's going to be our work part today. Okay, this is going to be where you are working. And remember, you don't have to have a partner. It may talk about a partner in the Mystery Science video, but it's okay. Now, if you've got somebody at home that wants to work with you, wonderful. So we're going to follow directions on the video. As you work, create an invention to save Bobby. How can you help Bobby reach the ground safely by creating a new parachute for him? So that's going to be your work today. So let's take a look at the pictures that were in our video. And I want you to think of, did they float or fall slowly? What did you notice about these things? What do you see that might help them float or fall slowly? So on the video, we're going to see some pictures that are falling. And I want you to be thinking as you're watching, what do you notice about these things? Does their shape seem to help them float or fall slowly? Or their size? What do you notice? Now, as you work on your Bobby dropper, you're going to see that we're going to need this paper, okay? Inventing a Bobby dropper worksheet included in your packet, complete as you investigate. So it's asking you to draw your ideas here of what your Bobby dropper might look like. And it's got this neat note up here. Congratulations on your failed inventions. Sometimes we think, oh, I don't want to fail something, but many times inventors do fail things. They try something and it just doesn't work very well the first time. And then they try something else. And that's why they're an inventor. They just keep working on inventing something new to make it better. We are going to draw at least 2 ideas for our Bobby dropper. Draw more if you like. So just draw your ideas, okay? And then, as you continue working, now it's time to be that inventor. Inventors experiment and test their invention. Create 4 versions of the Bobby dropper. Draw your design on the worksheet. Test the Bobby dropper. Circle how it fell on your data sheet. Keep track of your discoveries. So this was just your ideas before you actually started testing things. Now you're going to create 4 that you're going to for sure test. Okay? So let's say my paper, I took and I kind of made a shape that looked like this. Okay. Kind of to me looks like maybe a shoe or something. Now I would draw that right here on version 1. I would draw this shape, and then I'm ready to put my Bobby dropper on it. And I might decide where I think would be best to put it. I'm going to put it right here. And then, of course, I'm just going to stand up and I'm going to drop that paper. And I'm going to watch to see how it falls. Now, let's say it fell straight down, just like, shoo. Then I want to circle that. What if it kind of just spiraled down? Then I'm going to circle that. And what if it kind of flipped and twisted as it came down? Then I'm going to circle that. Now, if it came down another way, you can draw it there, or you can just try to match it up to best of these 3 ways. It worked well, or it didn't work well. So you're going to circle. Did you think it worked well? Or no, didn't really work very well. Then I'm going to circle that so that I can record what happened. Okay? Then I'm going to do my 2nd version, my 3rd version, and my 4th version. And just keep testing and making notes. And what about our reflection time? This is what we're going to do during our reflection time. We are going to be sharing out. We're going to share some of the designs that worked to slow Bobby down as he reached the ground. Did you have a design that failed? If so, that's okay. How did you redesign your Bobby dropper to fall more slowly? So let's say the first time I tested, that did not work very well. So I decided a totally different design Then I'm going to redesign that, come up with another idea. And we're just going to discuss how things went. And then in our class dojo, what I want you to do is I want you to send me a picture. Now this will be after day 2, okay? So we're going to work day 1 and then day 2. At the end of day 2, we're just going to send Miss Colson a picture. Don't forget to put your name at the top. Then you can put this paper in your science folder. And then during our Google Meet, we'll also share this. You can share out. But I need you to send me a picture so that I can look over your inventions. I'm excited to see those and see how they worked. Okay, so just keep in mind, our lesson today should take today and tomorrow. So don't rush through it. Take your time and make sure you collect your data and you investigate. Okay, can't wait to see you at our Google Meet. Now we will have a Google Meet today just to talk about what you've done so far. And then tomorrow at our Google Meet, we'll share our inventions. But at least we'll get to talk today and discuss maybe some things that you're already noticing or if you've got any questions. Okay, see you at our Google Meet.